So could this be the best daily trainer of 2024? You guys have recommended it. Let's find out. So welcome back to another video. This is the Asics NOOSA Tri 16 and this video is going to be slightly different. In fact, it's going to be like the Saucony Triumph 22. It's Friday today, I'm off on holiday on Monday for a week. It has just arrived and I'm going to be taking this thing for its first run tomorrow, and a baptism of fire, it's a long run. So rather than me do the usual go through the technical overview and then give you my first impressions sat here, we're going to be going through a technical overview on this shoe, and then I'm going to go out for my first run and then give you my first impressions when I get back from that run. I'll show you a bit of run footage and I'll give you my overall thoughts when I get back. And I'm super excited about this one. You guys have raved about this model lineup for ages, the 13, 14, 15, and even this one. You've told me to try it. I've been influenced. Don't call me an influencer. You guys have told me this is the one to try. So it's here in hand. Quick disclaimer, this is a pair of shoes that I purchased with my own money. Hashtag influenced. So without further ado, let's dive in to the technical overview. So we'll start off with the fact that I went true to size in this shoe, which is a UK size 13, and walking around it seems to fit absolutely perfectly, but I'll share more on the fit tomorrow when I've done the run. When it comes to the weight, we're talking about 279 grams, amazing, or 9.8 ounces. And the stack height I found on a couple of websites, not official from Asics, but a few people are reporting 33.5 in the heel, 28.5 in the forefoot, meaning we have a 5mm heel to toe drop. And as you can tell, I was quite excited on the weight then. So my favorite daily trainer right now is the Hoka Max 6, and that comes in at 297 grams. So this is 20 grams lighter. And trust me, when I'm walking around on foot, it very much feels like the Brooks Hyperion Max. I cannot wait to get this tested out. Anyway, back to the shoe. In terms of, we'll work from the back of the shoe forward, so heel counter, ankle collar, tongue, lacing upper, midsole and outsole. Let's start at the back here. Quite a lot of cushioning, to be fair. For a shoe as light as it is, this is very, very comfortable. When I slipped my foot in, it was brilliant, and I appreciate both the pull tab on the heel and the tongue for ease of use. I gather it's a triathlon shoe, or originally it was, I should say, and I think from previous versions, if I remember rightly, they had the triathlon lacing system where you've got the circle on the side where you can twist it up and it tightens all the laces for you. Obviously this is a standard lacing system, but these little features on here definitely make it nice and easy to slip the shoe off and on. Sweat wicking material being used, which is great as well. So yeah, this is super comfortable, and the ankle cut here is really, really nice. A very, very, very thin tongue with, this is great to show you here. If I just show you here, you can see a bit of padding over the top there to take the pressure off the laces, but this top section here is paper thin, and it is indeed gusseted, meaning it's attached to the medial and lateral sides of the shoe inside with elastic. That just holds the tongue in place. There is a ventilation hole, should we put it there, in the top of the laces? No idea why, but that's there as well. And the lacing system is a very standard lacing system. I have cinched them down already, taken them off, put them on a few times, and I've got a really, really comfortable lockdown in this shoe already, which is good. Obviously we haven't run in it yet, but first impressions, just walking around, putting all that on, it feels great. Engineered mesh upper, looks to be very breathable, quite see-through, especially in the toe box area, and that runs all the way around. No weight added for extra material being used on the logo. This looks to be sort of like laminated on there. And again, the funky colorway that I've gone for has sort of the model number 16 there at the back, kind of almost, I'm not going to say lasered in there, but it's as part of the material. What I'm trying to say is they've not added anything extra to this upper, which is fantastic. Again, saves the weight. It's exactly what we want. Flight Foam Blast, Flight Foam Blast Plus midsole. It feels very nice walking around, slightly firm, but obviously I haven't run in it yet, and that's good for me. I'll give you more thoughts on that when we get going on the run, but at the moment just walking around, it's got a good bit of cush, quite an aggressive rocker here, so this really curls up at the end, absolutely perfect. I'll tell you what I should have had is my Brooks Hyperion Max here for comparison, because the silhouette of the shoe is very, very similar. But yeah, we got a nice slab of Flight Foam Blast Plus here, no plate whatsoever, which is exactly what I want. An Asics grip outsole, which runs for the majority of the outsole, covering most of the exposed midsole. We've got a good chunk in the middle there that's exposed, but this forefoot area, has got a good covering on it. Obviously grip, we'll see how that goes tomorrow out on the run, but that's all quite weight saving, quite a thin layer of rubber there, which looks good. Fingers crossed it's nice and tacky. And that's it for the tech. So now it's time to switch over to the next bit of footage, which is going to be me out on the run. We're going to take it out there. I've got a long run planned, and if I'm honest with you, it's 2 hours. So this really is going to get a baptism of fire. Walking around at home, it feels great. It feels comfortable, and I'm confident that I'm going to take it out there, and fingers crossed, have a good run, but we'll see. You never know. So let's get out there, let's get it laced up, and let me give you my thoughts. Okay, rolling on this test of the shoe. We have 2 hours today, steady intensity. I'm not even 2 miles in, just about to head out to the trail, and I will give you more of an update at the end. But I think me and this shoe are gonna get on very well. Very, very reminiscent of the Brooks Hyperion Max. I'd say mildly softer, but if you had a scale from soft, firm, in the middle, I'd say it's nudged slightly towards the firmer side, which is perfect for me, but it's not as firm as the Hyperion Max. So it really is, wow. I'm not going to say perfect, because I've not even done 2 miles in it, but it's the word that pops into my head. Quick shoe update, hour 6 in. Wow, the run is going well. I feel okay. Humidity's high, so it's draining me a bit, but honestly, so far these shoes are incredible. So there we go, back from that long run, 18.3 something miles logged, 6:33 per mile. What a shoe, that was so good. So in terms of the run itself, just to give you a little bit of context, I was going out there for a steady effort. Felt good for the first half. Humidity is so high here at the moment. We had thunderstorms on Thursday, a little bit, you know, repercussions of that on Friday. Humidity levels have stayed high. Temperatures dropped, thankfully. But humidity levels were high, and I was sweating a lot in those first 5 or 6 miles. Had a gel around halfway, got up a big hill, had a gel, didn't feel great for a lot of that second half, but then seemed to get a second wind towards the end with about 25 minutes to go, and I really pushed on and kicked on. And I tell you what, those shoes were absolutely stupendous, fantastic. I can't believe I have been sleeping on these things for so long, which my kids have told me, if you're sleeping on something, what it means is don't miss out on it, don't let that opportunity slip away. These things are great, and honestly they really do feel like a great Brooks Hyperion Max replacement. So obviously I haven't tried the Hyperion 2, the foams will be slightly different. The first thing that came into my head comparison wise, and I don't want to go into too much detail because I feel like there could potentially be a video there of comparison, because there are a few things I noticed different, but the overall geometry, shape, aggressive curve of the shoe is very similar. These are just a bit softer, but not too much softer. And what I found was the more I ran in them, like picking up the pace at the end, the last 4 miles of that run were just above and below sub 240 or around 240 marathon pace. Some of them were just above, some were below. And to be able to pick it up like that and feel like the shoes were working with me, I mean, I felt good energy wise, but I felt the shoes really worked with me even on that section where I wasn't feeling that great, and they were so comfortable. I mean, let's be honest, to take a shoe out of the box and go and run 2 hours in them at that pace, like, you know, pace is relative obviously, but a steady intensity then, shall we say, is a testament to how good they were. No blisters, no hot spots, comfort levels right up there. Saying it now, calling it now, this could be a contender for shoe of the year. One run, I know, but honestly the magic was there straight away. I feel like obviously I've put the Hoka Mach 6 right up there as well. That's got over 200 miles in it, and I've really loved that shoe, and that's definitely a contender. But this one straight out of the box, this is probably the other shoe of the year that I've taken straight out of the box and had that stronger feelings about, that I know this is going to work really, really well for me. So what I'll say to you guys is, after my first run, and obviously plenty more testing to come, and second thing, I will do an extra channel video because I plan on taking them on holiday with me and doing the speed sesh in them. So keep an eye on that video on the extra channel. That won't be out next week because I'm on holiday, but that'll be out the week after. I think what I'll say to you is, if you're a Brooks Hyperion fan and you don't mind the foam being a tiny bit softer but still a firmer ride, this is an absolute gem of a replacement. Definitely consider it. Now, I paid £135. No, I didn't, that's a lie. They retail at £135. I got a 15% sports shoes discount because I ran a run-through event. They emailed saying, congratulations on taking part. Here are a load of discounts that we can offer you. One was 15%, so I got the shoe for £114.97, I think it was. So, I mean, what a bargain. What a bargain for a shoe of that caliber. So I won't go on too much. I feel like I'm going to let the shoe do the talking, and I feel like if you follow the marathon training series, like I know I did a video on my marathon training rotation, this is going in there. This is going in there now without hesitation. What it will replace yet, I don't know. It's probably going to take some of the Brooks Hyperion Max 2 mileage, and it's also going to take some of the Adios Pro 3 mileage as well that I've been using. So yeah, all in all, wow. First shoe that I can say since the Mach 6 that's made me go, wow. I won't keep you anymore. I appreciate it. There's some shoe comparisons to be done here, not just with the Hyperion Max 2 or the original Max, but also potentially with the Hoka Mach 6 and the Speed 4 and plenty of others. So expect something like that coming relatively soon. For now though, I'm switching off. When you see this, I'll be on holiday, so I will drop a video when I'm home. For the meantime, I'm off to switch off from YouTube and everything else, and I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you on the next one.